Alright, welcome everyone. This is my first YouTube video. This stuff's all a bit weird to me, so ignore me if everything's not spot on in this first video. But yeah, I'm Josh, 21 years old, learning to day trade. I've been learning for since last May, so about a year and a half now. I've had a bit of a mixed journey, if I'm honest. I've had plenty of ups and plenty of downs, but I'm still struggling to find that consistency right now in my game and my trading, which is holding me back a lot from becoming the trader and becoming the person that I want to be. But yeah, this is my first video. I'm just going to be doing reviews of my day, like my day on the markets, as well as just trying to talk some advice and share my experiences. Because they might be relatable to a lot of people that be watching this sort of video, which I feel that it may help others. Sorry about the stuttering, but it may help others, but it's mainly to help myself as well, just to take some accountability and just to know in a couple of years when I come back and watch this is where I was at this time, and then to see how much I've improved. And for me as well, saying things out loud also helps in terms of me actually learning and taking accountability for stuff, because I don't know about for anyone else, but when they write stuff down, sometimes it doesn't always go in and doesn't always actually get drilled into your head what is actually happening and what you're doing wrong and how you can improve. So yeah, any questions, anything, any sort of advice that people would want, anything that people want to talk about, just leave in the comments down below. And yeah, let me just get into this. So today was a very mixed day for me in terms of last week. Let me start off basically. Last week I ended up blowing my top step 5 funded accounts because of stupid errors from me, taking invalid setups, revenge trading, and all different, any sort of error you can make. Basically, I've probably made it last week, over leveraging and things like that, and that sort of created a bad habit and put me in a bad place right now in terms of where I am and my mentals right now, which is something I'm trying to take care of and become more accountable for, because it's no real excuse. Otherwise, if I don't take accountability for it, then I'm never going to learn. So yeah, first things first, my first trade today was in fact a loss on gold. I've spoke about this today with my mentor. It wasn't a valid setup based on the context of the higher time frames. I'm not going to go too much into detail about it, but I've been made aware that this was an invalid setup on gold this morning about 8 o'clock. It was a rush setup. It wasn't really thought through, but on paper it did look alright to me, but there was one little piece missing which I didn't pay attention to, which ended up costing me the trade and costing me the loss. But the loss isn't the problem for me. The loss is fine, but the issue is after the loss, this is where I end up going on tilt, because I ended up hitting my daily loss limit on my top 1 futures as 3 accounts. Yeah, my current plan on these accounts is to try and get them to a payout, which I'm sitting around B. I've had these accounts for nearly a month now, and they're just sitting around break even because I can't at the minute. I'm struggling to get some consistency in my trading. As you can tell there's a lot of red days, there's a lot of green day, not so many green days. My green days have been bigger than my red days, so I've survived, which is fine. It's completely fine. But the problem is I'm not learning from this. I'm not learning from these red days, and because 90% of these red days are from trades that aren't trades, or I've taken one loss and then the second loss has just been a revenge trade. It's nothing to do with me taking 2 valid setups, 2 valid losses, and oh yeah, and I tilted on this lightning funded 150k account, so I'm back at B on that account as well. But one thing I've noticed about myself is that I'm too worried about the money, I'm too worried about the result, I'm too worried about everything to do with that rather than just the process, and too outcome focused. And one thing that comes from is just oversizing. I'm oversizing too much on my accounts. So here on these accounts, I've been risking 200 to 300 per trade, which is alright, but it should be less. And then on the Traderify accounts, 150k, I've been risking like 750 per trade, which is too much. It's too much. Just going, especially when I can only make 1.8k in a day. So my winning days at the minute are just going to get cancelled out by my losing days at the way I'm going, and keep hitting my max daily loss limit. So that's something that needs to be revised and needs to be worked on. I'm probably going to bring this daily loss limit down to probably 1,000 on this account, maybe a little bit less, I'll see. And on my 50k accounts, I'm going to bring my daily loss limit down to about 400, rather than 500 what it's at right now. I'd say probably about 300, just so my winning days are just bigger than my losing days, because my strategy naturally has a higher win rate, higher risk to reward. Well, not higher win, it has about a 60% win rate, 60 to 70%, and a 1 to 3 on average risk to reward. We're 1 to 3 to 1 to 5 average risk to reward. So yeah, so how am I going to go about changing this? I'm going to go about changing this by decreasing my risk, starting again. Don't think about yesterday's loss. Today's loss on my other accounts, I'm not going to think about. I'm just going to go from tomorrow as if I'm at break even on every single account, and just go and just trade and just execute on my edge when it comes. Don't be results focused. If my trade's a loser, it's a loser. And another thing I've been lacking on is journaling. I've not been journaling any of my trades really. I don't know what it is. I think it might be a bit of an ego thing. Whenever I take a loss, I just don't want to journal it, because I'm like, I was an invalid setup, so I don't want to journal it, or I can't bother to journal it because I took an L. And then it just skews all my results, and then my win. I don't actually give any time for my data to play out, my revised, back-tested data to play out for my setups, which is my fault. I didn't stick to my rules today. I said to myself that I was going to come off the charts at 9:30. I did. Well, I was off the charts at 9:30 today, but not for the right reason, because I'd end up blowing all my daily loss limits, which is never ideal. And yeah, I said to myself I was going to give one loss per session, and then I'd come back for New York. So I trade London session, I trade New York session. And I said to myself I was going to give myself one loss per session, one loss in New York, one loss in London. Ended up taking a loss in London, didn't lock out, didn't do anything, carried on, and ended up tilting and revenge trading. And yeah, this win was a good win. I'll show you the NQ trade I took. This was actually an A+ setup. 1 to 5. Where is it? Hold on 1 minute. It was about 8 o'clock this morning. I was anticipating this move. Where is it again? Here. Yeah, 1 to 5 setup, clean. That was fine on this account. Hit my daily profit target. Back at B on this account after I just ended up taking stupid trades on this account over the past few days, or after I got it. It's the problem. I get too into just trading, and rather than I'm trading like I'm not here to make money. I'm here to just trade. When I'm not, I'm here to make money. I'm here to protect my capital. I'm here to be a good risk manager. I'm here to stick to my rules. But it's a tough period for me right now. It's a really tough period for me. Probably the biggest challenge that I've ever had blowing them accounts. But my plan is to get this account to a payout, this 50k Traderify account, and then with that money, try and get 2 or 3 Top Step accounts again and try and give them another go, because Top Step are just the best futures prop firm. But for me, I'm not spending any more money on accounts until I can prove to myself that I can stick to my plan and I can get myself a payout. I've got more than enough capital to do so. So yeah, that's the plan for me, just to try and grow these accounts, thinking as if I was break even, because I'm basically at break even on all my accounts basically. and we'll just reset from tomorrow. Not trying to get a payout this week, it's not going to happen if I'm being realistic, but over the next 2, 3, 4 weeks, hopefully I can at least get a payout from one of these accounts. That's the plan anyway, because yeah, I didn't get a payout in November, I don't think. I may have got one, but it would have been small, but I definitely got payout. I've had payouts for the past 3 months before this, but not this month, so I was close. I had a buffer formed on Top Step. I had 2.8k balance, and then last week I needed one more winning day and didn't win a single day last week, and then ended up blowing the accounts. So that was fun, but it's all part of the process, all part of the game. I'm never gonna give up, because I know everything that's happening right now is just on me. It's not on anyone else. This is part of becoming a trader. It's a skill that takes years and takes a lot of mental discipline, mental courage, and resilience. A lot of people will quit, man, because they're not here for the long time. They're here to try and make money in 6 months, which may happen for some people, but not for me. But yeah, I hope this video has been relatable to a lot of people that have been watching this. And if you don't trade, if you want to start, just give me a message and I will point you in the right direction. If not, if you're just here to watch, just to follow my journey, that's perfectly fine. But yeah, I'm just here to be honest, here to be transparent and show people what it's like being an unprofitable trader right now. Trying to build that consistency, build that 1% every day. So yeah, man, it's been my first video. I will catch you all soon and have a nice rest of your evenings. Don't know how long this is going to take to upload on YouTube, but we'll give it a go. So it should be out the same day. Alright, in a bit, people.